Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I have a build, which I haven't actually built anything proper, like an actual house, in quite some time. I think the last one I built was my off-the-grid house for my Island Living series. I'm pretty sure that's the last one I did, other than like obviously doing renovations and stuff of dorms. Other than that, I have not actually physically built a house, which, you know what? I kind of wish I did more of, but I don't know. I feel like I just don't know what to build for the most part. I mean, there's obviously a lot of things that I could build, but I just don't do it. But renovating is like my favorite thing to do. Anyways, so today I'm building the Not So Berry Pink Generation house. So in my last episode of Not So Berry, I was kind of talking about maybe moving out of the house because the house is quite big now that, well, if you haven't caught up, well, spoiler alert, Talon and Clem have died, and pretty much it's just Lotus, Coral, and Lolly. So there's not that many Sims in that house anymore. So it feels quite too big for them. So I literally, right after I recorded that episode, I recorded 2 episodes that day, and then I also went ahead and built this house. So I was like on a Not So Berry grind. This was on Sunday, I believe. And so I built them this house. Now, I've been wanting to build a Craftsman house. So this isn't fully Craftsman, but it kind of is-ish. Does this identify as a Craftsman house? To me, I'll say yes, because then I can check that off my list of building a certain type of house. So, because, you know, I'm still educating myself on the types of houses that are out there, because there's so many and I literally don't know what sometimes builders are talking about, because they're like, oh yeah, this is a blank blank house, and I'm like, a who house? Like what? Like to me it looks like a house. Obviously I understand that there's there's traditional homes, modern homes, Craftsman houses, you know what I'm saying? There is a lot, and there's still a lot of terms. I feel like somebody should make a build video on just the terms used within building, because I still don't understand some of the things that people are saying. But you know what? They're builders. I'm not really. I just dabble in this a little bit here and there. But I will have to say that the roofing on this, so I usually struggle with roofs, but I have to say I'm pretty proud of myself. I did cut out a lot of me like struggling, but you know, I wanted to share more of the experience with that, because I know there's a lot of us out there that do struggle with the whole roofing situation, and I'm putting my hand up because I'm one of them. So it is a difficult situation, you know? And I feel like this time when I approach this house, usually I kind of just build a box and then I figure things out, like as far as floor plan. But what I was doing this time around was actually figuring out where I wanted everything. So like I planned out where I would put Lotus's room and Coral's, which I feel like ended up helping me figure out roofing, because at first there were some bits that didn't work out, so I had to either bump certain things out or bump certain things in. But for the most part, I think everything ended up turning out okay. Now, it's not amazing house. It's pretty basic, but it's serving the purpose of being able to house my Sims. So in the end, it is a good house to me. So, but I don't know. I'm just really happy with how it ended up turning out. I really have to say, like, I obviously wanted it to be pink because we are in the pink gen, but it's kind of more so themed around pink, white, and kind of dark woods / gray and black. So a little bit different compared to what Lotus's basement looks like. I mean, although there is quite a lot of white included in there, I ended up going for darker flooring throughout the house in the end, which I might change. I don't know. I feel like I always like build something and then I feel like I need to go back and change it, because sometimes in the moment it looks good to me, especially if I'm building this like in the early hours of the morning where I'm just like kind of already losing it, you know? So like at the time be like, oh my god, like, yeah, this is a good idea, Nicole, and then you're like, what am I doing? So there's quite a bit of moments in this house for me that I might end up changing whilst I play, which kind of happens to me a lot. So you know, there's nothing bad about that, you know. You can always change your mind. There's a delete button for a reason. And yeah, also don't mind the greenhouse. I really don't know a proper way to make the greenhouse look good. I really have no idea, because they're all just like squares. See, my seasons My seasons Let's Plays greenhouse, I didn't mind that one. Why can't I seem to figure out what that looked like? I literally could just go back and watch a video of my old series to see what it looked like, but for some reason I chose not to. But yeah, my greenhouse is still ugly. It's just there. It exists. It's a thing, trying to avoid it, but you know, we need to have a well-maintained garden for this generation, so it's kind of gotta be there, especially if I want to like plant, you know, flowers that are from different seasons and stuff. So that's a thing. And yeah, overall landscaping, pretty happy with. I'm not really fussy about landscaping anymore. Like sometimes I feel like I need to add like a lot of flowers and stuff because I see there's a whole ton of amazing landscapers out there. By landscapers, I mean builders who landscape, but there's so many people who like really know what they're doing. And like, I can't say I don't know what I'm doing, but at the same time, I feel like if I add too much, then it's like, I don't know, an eyesore and maybe it's just not gonna look good. And I typically have like the same thing that I do is just always like have like a little front landscape thing, like, and then block it around with rocks, if that makes sense. And then I do the thing around the trees all the time, like the same thing, grass, rocks, and a bush. I don't know, I hate having plain trees, especially in my builds personally. I probably have plain trees in one of my builds, but I just feel like they look too plain without having anything around them, because like where I live, for example, a lot of people tend to put like mulch around their trees or even outline around the tree with like rocks or seashells or whatever it is, depending on where you live. And I did that once, and then I've kind of done it in almost every single build I do now. I'm pretty sure I do it on almost every. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much for landscape. Now, since this is my so-called craftsman house, I definitely wanted to involve a lot of seating and plants on the porch because, well, I don't like having empty porches because it just kind of looks too empty and awkward where there's like a lot of space, because I mean that is a pretty decent amount of space there. I could add like, you know, easel or something, but my sim isn't really a painter, he's a writer, so I decided to just not worry about that. And then Coral's gonna be into music, so I feel like there's no need for it. And also, I didn't even mention the big thing is we're living in Brindleton Bay. Now I haven't had any of the Not So Berry sims live in Brindleton Bay, so I thought, like, which world should I move to? Because I didn't want to stay in Oasis Springs. The most common places that I've noticed that we live in is Oasis Springs and San Myshuno. So I'm trying to venture out of that and, like, try new spots. So I couldn't figure out where I wanted to live because there's two lots. The one that we're on, and there's another one next door. They're kind of like the further, like, top right side of the map, kind of next to where the mansion is of the Delgado family. To the left of the Delgado family is what I'm trying to say. And I wasn't sure which one I wanted, but I picked the one to the further left side because I felt like the other one looked a little bit awkward, although the screenshot for the thumbnail is probably on the other lot, which, by the way, I was trying to get a good screenshot with decent lighting because for some reason the front side of the house doesn't get good lighting because of how the sun is and how the trees are here. It's just not a good lighting situation. And so I decided to go ahead and move the house with the sim that I had in here to the other lot. And I was gonna go ahead and place this house there, but my dumbass, for some reason, moved the sim out and took all the furniture, and I didn't even realize that I did that until I came back to this house to go save it, and everything was gone. I was like, oh, at first I thought my game was glitched, that everything was kind of missing. I was like, oh, like, haha. And then I looked inside the house because I noticed the greenhouse first, and then I looked inside of the house. I'm like, wait a second, it's actually empty. I started freaking out, and I was like literally having a meltdown. I like tweeted, I'm like, how do I like fix this? Is there a way to fix it? And I explained the situation, and then I left because I for some reason I saved. I don't know why I saved, but I did. And then I ended up going to the main menu, and thank God for the recover save button. Okay, so I've never used it before because for some reason I was always scared to touch it, like as it was gonna do something to my save or whatever. But the cool thing about it is that from every time that you've saved, well, not every time, I think it's like it saves a couple of the saves that you've saved. That sounds so confusing, but like let's say you saved 3 times in a new fresh save, it'll have those 3 saves there. So like let's say if you want to revert back to the second time you saved, you can do that. So I did that and reverted back to when I saved a little bit earlier when I logged on to go take screenshots. And I was so happy because I literally was about to cry. I was like, I do not want to refurnish this entire house because, well, it took me a long time. I spent like 3.5, almost 4 hours on this house because, well, I'm a slow builder. So, yeah, and I was just like, wow, thank God, because I was so happy that the button existed because I literally was freaking out. I was like, is there even a way to get it back? Thankfully, I tried it because I didn't even wait for Twitter replies to see if I got any. I literally was trying to like figure things out on my own for whatever reason, and I came across the button and I was like, I wonder if this does anything like helpful, and sure enough it does. So yeah, to say the least, a video that I thought was gonna be a sad voiceover turned out to be a good one and not a sad one. And today has been overall like a really good day. I streamed for the first time in a really long time because I finally came back to Twitch to stream again, and oh my god, everybody was so nice. And if you guys ever have the chance to tune into one of my streams, I'd really love to have you guys there. I had so much fun, and I did not expect to see as many people as I did. Like, it was nuts. Like, I'm so thankful to have you guys, and like being so supportive of me and just being an overall nice community. Like, you don't even understand how like talking to you guys live on stream honestly makes me happy. I was super anxious to stream again because I haven't done it in a while. And like, I know that every time I go live, it'll be fine. But for some reason, I still was feeling a bit anxious. And literally within a few minutes of just pressing start streaming, I was fine. And just catching up with everybody. And there were so many new people. And it just, I don't know. It's really nice to see a lot of people who haven't been to my streams and like they tune in. Or even just, there's a lot of you guys who are new, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out and watching my videos and supporting me on stream. It's just, today was a really good day, and I cried a couple times, and even on Discord we had a heart-to-heart, and I don't know, it's really nice to know that I have people that like care about me. And like, why am I getting emotional? But no, it really means a lot. I had to cut there a little bit because I started getting a little bit emotional, and I lost my train of thought of what I was saying because, you know, sometimes emotions take over, and that's a thing. So no, but what I was trying to say is like, it's so nice to like have a community where I can talk to you guys more live. And even though like a lot of messages are spewing through, I still just enjoy kind of having your company there, even though like we're obviously not in the same room like chatting, but it's like we're kind of are, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It just, live streaming is like a whole nother experience. Like, I love making content on YouTube. Honestly, love producing this, and I can actually cut out when I mess up on my words and actually can't speak English, because on stream, let me tell you, stream exposes me beyond belief about how much I can't speak English. Like, I stutter over my words. I can't just say anything in English. It's really funny to me, but you know, it is what it is, unedited, uncut. That's me. I'm not perfect. You know, it is what it is. And yeah, I don't know. It's really nice also to see a lot of people come back to stream, like, who I haven't seen in a while. And it's just, I don't know. It's kind of like, it was like a nice reunion today, and I feel like I needed that. And I don't know, it helps me feel better because like I know I have a bunch of you guys who are supporting me, and like I get to chat with you guys, and just, I don't know, I don't mean to be like super sappy or anything, but I honestly appreciate you guys more than you probably know. And yeah, I don't know, but I wanted to say like a huge thank you. This is really random, but thank you for being so kind and supportive of me, and like, you know, watching my videos and tuning into streams, which hopefully there'll be a lot more of that coming this month and for the months coming. But yeah, tomorrow I'm also gonna be streaming Sunday, 12 p.m. EST. Plan for stream schedule is gonna be Saturday, Sunday, 12 p.m. EST, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. EST, and then probably when Christmas happens, there's not gonna be a stream until Friday, the 27th. Eventually, if you guys are really interested in my streams, then definitely check out my Twitch. I'll end up posting a schedule on my Twitch panels, or I'll let you guys know somewhere, or even in the community tab if you guys are really interested. But I'm starting a Stardew Valley challenge that I found on Tumblr that looks really cute. It's like 12 generations or whatever. And so I made the sim today on stream, and so that was a lot of fun, even though I spent like 3 hours in create a sim, but you know, it's all good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I felt like I needed to express that, but I just been in a like really like good mood today, and I don't know, wanted to share what's on my mind. And yeah, that's definitely, today was just like an overall good day, and I think I needed that, so thank you. But yeah, so this house, moving on. Yeah, so here's the thing, Coral's room, I literally don't know what to put the colors because I feel like there's not a lot of peach. So she's just kind of like pink / yellow, orange. Her room is just a mess. I'm just kind of threw a bunch of stuff in here. I'm waiting for her to just turn into a teen so I can make it like a cute room. And like I would download CC that's like peach themed, but I don't really care enough to go that way. So at this rate, I'm just like going with the flow. Yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this house. I feel like I already said that, but you know, it wouldn't be my video if I didn't repeat what I said, right? So, yeah, and I kind of do like how the kitchen and the living room are really close together. I mean, I don't expect them to be sitting there all the time anyways. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this house. I hope you guys like it. I'm really excited to move them in here next episode. So now Lotus will be a brand new homeowner. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. There'll be screenshots at the end. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys in a new video very soon. Bye, guys.